Today is September 22nd, and some of you might have gone out to try and pre-order yourself a brand new, shiny Xbox Series X and Xbox Series S, and instead, you're coming home with one of these. Because the pre-orders were gone in minutes. Alright, look, on this channel, I primarily have talked about credit cards and nothing else. However, some of you may know I am actually an avid gamer, and I have to call out Sony and Microsoft for the recent pre-order disaster that has been the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X/S. This is unacceptable, and I'm about to be really ruthless to both of these companies because I never want to see this kind of crap ever happen again. I'm fortunate enough to have been able to pre-order myself a PlayStation 5 and an Xbox Series S from my GameStop. However, that doesn't excuse the fact that these companies really need to get it together because consumers and myself are just livid right now. So, start off with Sony here. So Sony announced after they had a PlayStation conference on September 15th that the pre-orders would be going live on September 16th, the following day. Well, that didn't happen because Walmart decided a couple of hours after the live stream, hey guys, you can pre-order right now. And then it was a mad dash because all the other retailers decided to say, well, you know what? Screw it. Let's throw our pre-orders up right now and get the money. And that's exactly what happened. So people were rushing to try and get one. Websites were crashing. Nobody was prepared. It was just an insane disaster. And then Microsoft decides to go and throw some shade. Phil Spencer over at Xbox tweeting over at Sony saying, don't worry guys, we got you. We're gonna let you know the exact time and date that you can pre-order the Xbox Series X and S. Trying to reassure us that it wouldn't be a disaster. Well, I knew better, and I hope you did too, because it was just as bad, if not worse. These companies have the hottest product right now, and we're about to go into the holiday season. All right, I know 2020 has been a disaster, but that doesn't excuse the kind of crap that's going on right now. All right, Sony, first off, I'm gonna rip into them because they had this whole shtick where they were like, hey, we're gonna, in a live interview with Jeff Keighley, one of the marketing reps over at Sony decided to say, don't worry, don't go lining up at stores. We will let you know when you can pre-order a PS5. You will have plenty of time in advance.
Lining up at stores, and we had no idea why. So I think it's safe to say, for all of your viewers, we'll let you know when pre-order will happen. We will let you know. It's not going to happen with a minute's notice. We're going to, at some point, let you know when you can pre-order a PlayStation 5. So please don't feel like you have to go run out and line up anywhere.
Well, then Sony holds their event. They announced the release date, and they're like, oh, yeah, you can do it tomorrow. You can pre-order it tomorrow. That's not plenty of time, Sony. That's not plenty of time at all. A day? No. And not to mention the fact that Walmart decided to go and break the pre-order date and start throwing it up for sale or pre-order just not even 2 hours later. That's not plenty of time. People are at work. They went live right around 6 o'clock. People are just getting off their jobs. People are at work. And even though there's a vast majority of the population that is not able to go and order these, there's enough that can. And those who wanted it are unable to get it and were taken completely off guard. And then Sony had that pre-registration email. You could sign up based on your PlayStation ID and enter into a pre-order for a pre-order on their website in order for you to have the option to basically pre-order a PS5 directly from Sony. They were supposed to send out emails to customers immediately when those became available. And I don't know a single person that got one. I didn't get one. I have over 500 digital licenses from Sony. I didn't get one. It's stupid. It's absolutely stupid. You lied to people, and you lied about the fact that a lot of their PlayStation 5 games that you said were exclusive, that you believed in generations, a clear defining line between what games could be done on the PlayStation 4 and what's going to be done on next gen. And you purposefully, deceptively marketed games like Spider-Man Miles Morales and Horizon Frozen Wilds as PlayStation 5 exclusives, when in reality they're both coming to the PS4, but you chose to market them and present them as if they're not, to fool people, and then building up the hype even more for your console. And then you fail to deliver on the demand. That is on you, Sony. This was poorly planned out. And you know what? You know you have the hottest console this holiday season. Xbox Series X and S are great, but you knew you had the most popular and high demand product out there, and you failed. It's an absolute travesty. And now I'm going to go on and talk about Microsoft for a minute here. All right, Phil Spencer over there has the balls to call out Sony and be like, yeah, don't worry, we're going to tell you exactly when and where you can pre-order your Xbox. Well, guess what? I was there. I was lucky. I was the last person in line at my GameStop. I was there about 2 hours before, and they only had 7 consoles. 5 of them were the Xbox Series X, and 2 of them were the Xbox Series S. I got the last one, and nobody wanted the Series S except for me, so I got dibs on that. Whoop-de-doo. And that's the $300 console. It doesn't do 4K. But you know what? That's also the most affordable one that people are really looking forward to buying this holiday season. Why is GameStop getting only 2 of them, but 5 of the Xbox Series X, the $499 console? And I'll tell you exactly why. It's because Microsoft is losing money on all of the Xbox Series S's and X's, and they're probably losing even more money on the S. They're taking a huge loss just to get it into homes. But if you're not going to manufacture enough of them, in general, how are people going to buy it? Doesn't make any sense. You're presenting this console as this hugely competitive $299 price, but you're not making enough of them to meet demand. Even if you're taking a loss, you should be able to pump out a ton of these. You're Microsoft. You have billions of dollars in the bank, as evidenced by the fact that you just bought Bethesda the day before the pre-orders went live for $7.5 billion. Bethesda being the company that makes The Elder Scrolls, Fallout, Obsidian, oh God, Doom. I can't even. They bought them for $7.5 billion. It's the second largest video game acquisition in history. They paid more money than Disney did for Star Wars. And Disney did for Marvel. They paid George Lucas about $4 billion for Star Wars. They paid about $4.2 billion for the Marvel rights way back in the day. And Microsoft just casually plunked that down and bought Bethesda. You really didn't think that making a big announcement like that the day before your pre-orders would go up would increase your sales? People love The Elder Scrolls. People love Skyrim, Doom. They really want to see Elder Scrolls 6. People love Fallout. And now it looks like that Microsoft is going to make those exclusive first-party titles on the new Xbox platform. We don't know for sure. They're obviously going to keep that really tight-lipped for now because the acquisition hasn't even finished going through. It won't finish going through until the end of 2021. But the point is, it's on the table and it's very, very likely to happen. And people want those games. Those are system sellers. So you're going to go on, make fun of Sony for it, have your pre-orders become a complete disaster, flaunt that you just bought one of the biggest gaming acquisitions of all time that makes your console an even bigger system seller, and you're telling me the GameStops are only getting 7? I'm hearing that there are some GameStops that only got 4. 4 consoles. Sony at least gave them around 15-ish per store from what I've been hearing. You are not meeting demand, and even though this year has been a complete disaster for companies all over the world, that doesn't excuse the fact that you are really relying on an online-only pre-order system. And this is the problem that both of you faced here, is you just put on your websites that you could have a pre-order now button and your websites would crash because you knew that all of these people would log on. The entire planet was waiting today at 11 a.m. when the pre-orders were going live, Eastern Standard Time, 11 a.m. They were waiting to go and pre-order their Xbox across the whole nation. And you didn't think your website would crash? You weren't taking precautions knowing that this is like the other biggest product that is launching this holiday season? No, you just put a generic pre-order button now and websites are crashing on GameStop, Amazon, Best Buy. You're lucky if you got through. And the worst part is that a company like Microsoft, who clearly has much deeper pockets than Sony, didn't design a website queue system. That's the solution to this problem. Everybody knows that these consoles are going to sell for tons and tons of copies. And people are ready to buy them. They're anxious to do it. But you know what? Instead of just taking a little bit of extra money and time and preparing for the pre-order launch by making a website queue system, much like when you call nowadays any restaurant or service center and they're like, oh, you're number whatever in the queue. Would you like to get a call back when it's your turn? Yes, boom. They didn't design a website queue system that says, hey, you're number 20 in line. And then, you know, have the number go down as people complete their orders. No, they didn't do that. They just made it a freaking free-for-all for people to go in and buy as much as they can, as quickly as they can. And then you got internet bots that are just scooping up so people can throw them on eBay. This is a disaster. And both of you have the resources to make this possible. And if you don't, well, GameStop at least tried something like this. It didn't really work out that well because it said, please don't refresh the page, but at least they tried to do a queue system. All the other retailers had the resources and money to do a queue system. So why is nobody doing it? Why is nobody making this process easy for the consumer and easier on themselves? It's because they don't want to spend the extra money. And they all have money. Don't let them fool you. Despite what this year has done, they all have money. These are corporations with billions and billions of dollars. But apparently, despite the fact that the world has basically been off, you know, the world has basically not been functioning normally since March, and the world has been relying entirely on an online infrastructure since March, wherein it is now September, these companies didn't think or have the foresight to go on and design a system for web use to make pre-orders effective. The incompetence on display here is astounding. It is absolutely astounding. Whoever is in charge of this really needs to be reevaluated because this is unacceptable. This is their flagship product. People want it despite the recession, and you guys are making it absolutely impossible to do this. This isn't the first time this has happened. This happened with the Wii. It's happened with the Switch. It's happened with the PS3. It's happened with the Xbox 360. And the internet was nowhere near as advanced as it was now. I just can't believe this. I'm very happy and fortunate that I was able to get the 2 consoles that I wanted to, but it's also the fact that I wasn't even able to pre-order the base console when it came to the PS5. I had to pre-order one of those bundles that was like $750+. It's absolutely ridiculous. The fact that they had the time to prep all of these bundles for you to pre-order, but they couldn't prep for you to pre-order the base console. This is just, oh my gosh. I am just floored at the incompetence on display here by both of these companies. This is the hottest product. People are excited. People are ready. People want it. And you're both just being really stupid. You really are. And, you know, everybody's mad. You know, this is something we should be excited about, not really pissed off about. And you all need to do a better job. I'm just tired. I'm tired of having to fight to give you guys my money. You know, like, and I'm sure there's many other people that are more tired than I am. But anyways, that's about all I have to say. I hope you all pre-ordered it with a credit card, particularly a card with an extended manufacturer's warranty, such as the many American Express cards that I talk about here on the channel. They will give you an extended 1 year's manufacturer's warranty, and it sounds like these consoles are likely going to have some high failure rates. So I really hope that you buy one with a credit card if you have the chance. All right, what did you think about this? This is a very long rant that I did unscripted, just because I'm really mad. Comment below, let me know. I would really appreciate it if you subscribe to this channel. If you like this kind of content, you know, me chewing out these companies or whatever, or even if you just want to hear me talk about video games, please let me know in the comments below. Subscribe to this channel for more, and I hope you all have a great day. Good luck getting these consoles. This has just been a miserable experience. I hope you succeed in your hunt.